President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on African countries to adopt policies that promote eco-friendly tourism and preserve cultural heritage across the continent. Specifically, he sought practical solutions and alliances that would boost investment in tourism infrastructure, deepen the sector's role in actualizing the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) on the African continent. As the president stated this today when he declared open the 68th meeting of the UN Tourism Commission for Africa in Abuja, saying the target is to make sure Africa becomes the heart of global discourse in terms of how to harness tourism's full potential to boost the continent's economy. President Tinubu, who was represented at the event by his Deputy Vice President Kashim Shettima, declared Nigeria's support for adopting sustainable tourism practice across Africa, which he said reflect the continent's unique challenges, highlighting the role of Nigeria's creative industries in global tourism, which encompass music, film, fashion, literature, and digital arts. As President Tinubu said, this sector has emerged as a powerful driver of economic growth, making significant contributions to the country's GDP, job creation, and economic diversification. Earlier, Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism, and Creative Economy, Barrister Hannatu Musawa, in a speech urged African nations to leverage innovation, artificial intelligence, AI, and creative industries to unlock the continent's vast potential in global tourism. Expressing her deep conviction in President Tinubu's vision for Nigeria, Musawa was optimistic that stated that Nigeria and the mission and commitment of President Tinubu will enable the country to take a seat in the Committee of Global Nations as a developed nation. The minister noted that President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda is the guiding principle for Nigeria's sector transformation, emphasizing that Africa stands at the forefront of change. On his part, the Secretary General of UN Tourism, Ambassador Zurab Poloi Kashiv, commended the Tinubu administration for supporting the transformation of the tourism industry in Nigeria, which according to him will impact the rest of Africa. On her part, the senator representing the FCT at the National Assembly, Senator Ireti Kingibe, encouraged stakeholders across Africa to think boldly, as Africa is not just participating in the digital future of tourism.
I welcome you all to Nigeria for the 68th UN Tourism Regional Commission for Africa meeting and a conference on tourism's great potential to contribute to sustainable development in our continent. Thanks to the UN Tourism Secretary General, Mr. Zurab Ololekashvili, for supporting us in preparing for this event. Tourism is more than traveling or visiting historical sites, waterfalls, mountains, and parks. It is an engine of local economies, a catalyst for social understanding, and a bridge that unites cultures. The advent of technology and creativity has transformed tourism and its opportunities. Therefore, it is appropriate that this conference highlights the impact of AI, innovation, and creative industries on the tourism sector.
Africa stands at the forefront of change. Africa stands at the forefront of revolution. The 21st century demands that we build economies not just from the ground, but from the very soul. And here in Nigeria, we are answering that clarion call with a bold shift from the resource dependency to people-powered prosperity through tourism, culture, and the creative economy, and of course, of the arts.
It is my vision to see Abuja become not just an administrative hub, but a beacon for cultural tourism and digital creativity in West Africa. Moreover, as chairperson of the Senate Committee on Women Affairs, this conference speaks directly to my lifelong advocacy for gender inclusion.
It's here in this beautiful country, music, Nollywood. Many people don't know what is Nollywood. They know Bollywood, but they don't know Nollywood. Music and football and food. I don't want to argue. I don't know where jollof rice is coming from, but many others, nature, culture, I don't know, everything. The geographical closest with the Europe, with Americas. People think that Africa is far from Americas, but not. It's the closest point maybe to reach the New York from Nigerian connectivity and visa and everything we will talk